The more you know about your super, the more informed your decisions can be. And the decisions you make today can make a big difference to your future. So let's take a closer look at your investments. What they do, where they are, and how they work for you now while securing your future. See how Host Plus works for you. Come and take a look inside your super.
With an average investment period of up to 50 years, super is likely to be one of the biggest investments you're going to make in your lifetime. Together with my investments team, we want to help you understand how, where, when, and why we invest your money the way we do. There are a number of investment strategies we employ, each run by an expert investment manager, to help all of our members achieve the retirement that they dream of.
Equities, or shares, make up about 55% of Host Plus's investments. That means we have about $7 billion invested in shares. There's over $4 billion invested in Australia and about $3 billion in 44 countries around the world. Performance of the equities portfolio comes down to market conditions and the performance of the individual companies which we invest in. We have a lot of money invested in companies that people deal with every day. In fact, we have shares in about 700 publicly listed companies. Performance can be volatile at times, but over the long term, shares have typically provided strong returns. That's why shares feature so prominently in most of our investment options.
With over $1.6 billion invested in commercial, retail and residential property, you don't have to walk far to come across one of our investments. The properties that we invest in typically provide returns in two ways: rental income and capital growth through an increase in the value of the properties. The majority of our property portfolio is located in Australia and includes some prominent office buildings such as the newly constructed 161 Castlereagh Street and Darling Quarter in Sydney. We've also invested in some well-known retail properties, including Westfield Doncaster, Caneland Central and Melbourne's GPO. All of our premixed investment options, except for the index balanced, benefit from the stable returns that our property investments generate over the long term.
From airports and seaports to power plants and water treatment facilities, you might be surprised at how much of your super is invested in infrastructure assets that you interact with every day. In fact, there's a good chance that at least once today, you indirectly contributed to your own retirement through the use of assets owned within your Host Plus investment. Not only can these investments help build your own future, they also employ thousands of fellow Australians, helping drive our industries, facilitating travel and encouraging tourism. That means they're always helping to drive the Australian economy forward, even during the toughest of times.
Alternative investments sit outside the more traditional asset classes. Their objective is to provide equity-like returns with lower overall risk. Alternative investments include hedge funds, using instruments such as options, futures and derivatives in their investment strategies. Many of the underlying assets are held in companies that you may interact with on a daily basis, including some of the world's biggest food and consumer goods producers. Our alternative investments are held across a range of our investment options, including capital stable and conservative balanced. That's because a key benefit of our alternative investments is the diversification they provide.
So as you can see, there's a lot that goes into managing your money. In fact, we look after your investments as if they were our own. And that's because they are. Like all of you, all of us are Host Plus members. The decisions we make affect our own financial futures as much as yours, so we don't take them lightly. And as you can see, it's not just your future your super is looking after. Chances are one of your investments is making your life easier right now.